By the end of this video, you'll be able to add a referral program to your Bubble application, allowing users to invite others and track referrals seamlessly. In simple terms, you'll learn how to generate unique referral links for users and ensure that when new users sign up using those links, the referral is correctly attributed.
Now that's good business.
This is an essential feature if you're building an app that relies on user growth, whether it's a membership-based platform, an e-commerce store, or a marketplace. A well-structured referral system can drive engagement and help scale your user base efficiently. Let's get right into it by seeing a preview of what we'll be creating and how we're going to do it. Now, before we get into this tutorial, I just wanted to spend a bit of time to demonstrate what our referral program is going to look like. So here we are on the demo application that I've set up and used in a few tutorials called Headphone-A-Zone, and I'm currently logged in as this user Elevator. Now for our referral program, we are going to allow users to share a unique link with other people in the world, and we are going to encourage them to log on to Headphone-A-Zone and create their own account. Whenever that happens, we are then going to assign that record to Ella's account, so then we know how many people and who they have referred to sign up to Headphone-A-Zone. Now, at the moment, Ella does not have a referral link or a unique referral code. So from the profile page, let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to click this generate code button, and here you can see a link has been generated. We have this unique referral code on the end of this URL, which Ella can then go ahead and share with the world. If I go ahead and copy this link, let's imagine that Ella has gone and shared this with someone, and they have gone across into this browser and pasted it into their browser. So if we do that, we're going to simply just refresh our page. Nothing really changes in this experience. However, the URL now has Ella's unique code. If I then sign up as the user Lee King, lee@email.com, and then just choose a simple password, I can hit sign up. And now we can see that Lee has been signed up for Headphone-A-Zone. Now, if I go back to my to my previous browser and I see Ella's login, we can see that Lee's record has been added underneath this heading of members you've referred. So now we can see and assign Lee to the login referrer as Ella. So here, this is just a simple use case. You might have a different setup or something like this. You might also want to then reward your users if they do refer other people, such as give them a discount or some kind of reward for encouraging other people to sign up to your application. But this is a simple way that we're going to allow users to share a referral link and encourage people to sign up to your application. So let's head to our Bubble editor and let's get started to work on our referral program. So here we are in our Bubble editor and we are currently on the profile page. However, the first change that we are going to make is not actually to this page, it's actually to our database. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to head to our data tab and we're going to make a change to our user data type. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to create a new field called referral code. Now we have to make this unique to each user. It is going to be text. And what this will be the unique string of characters that will be appended to the end of the shared URL that we are going to allow our users to send out to the world, so that if they do get people to sign up, we have some way of referencing their sign up record to that user. So every user is going to have a referral code assigned to them if they please once they hit that generate button. And then if someone does sign up using that code, they will be referred by that code. So here we can have another field called referred by. Let's say, for example, Ella in our example sent out her string with the referral code. And when Lee signed up, he had Ella's code in as his referred by our data point there as well. Now, so that is how we are going to assign and allow users to share their referral codes and be referred by other users. Just a quick note that we did have to set that up first. So now let's go ahead and let's create the UI to allow people to, number one, generate their referral code and that referral link, and then also display the users that they have referred. So first, let's create this referral section. Let's just create firstly a heading. So we'll make it 24 text. Let's just say referrals. Now I'm going to make this bold, so 700 weight, and let's add 20 pixels of margin to the top and to the 20 to the bottom, 20 to the left, and 20 to the right. Now we sort of want this to look similar to what we have here. So let's create a group, and that is going to be where we are going to put our referral data. Let's call this group referral data. And let's give this a background color. It's going to be a flat color. And let's choose, let's see what this color code is. It is all E's. Let's choose the color code of E. And let's also give it a roundness of 20 pixels. And let's again, let's choose to give it 20 pixel margin to the left, 20 to the right, and we'll do 20 to the bottom. Now the first thing we're going to add into our referral section is the ability to allow our users to generate and share a referral link. So let's drag a text box here, and let's just simply write the words referral link. And let's make this bold, and let's again give this some margin. So let's go 20 to the top, 20 to the left, and 20 to the right. And let's just go 10 to the bottom here. Now, when a user logs on, or if we have an existing set of users in our database, they won't have a referral link associated with their account. So unless we set that up when it's an additional step when someone signs up to our application, they won't have a referral code assigned to their user login. So we have to first let the user know that they have to generate this referral link themselves. So what we're going to do, let's just write a bit of text here to just let the user know that they don't have a referral link just yet. Now this is simply going to say, you do not have a referral link just yet. Hit generate to create yours. Now I'm just going to quickly add my styling. Let's go 20 pixels to the left and 20 to the right. Let's go 10 to the bottom. Now we only want to show this at a certain time. We are going to add a condition to this text box. We only want to show this text when the current user's referral code is empty. Only when that is the case, we want to show this element. So we are going to say this element is visible, yes. And we are going to also say that we want to collapse it when hidden, and we don't want it to be visible on the page load. So what we're going to do, let's preview this. Let's head to our data tab. Let's go to app data, and let's run a test as Lee. Now, Lee didn't have a referral link assigned to him when he created his account. So at the moment, you can see that this text is visible because he does not have a referral code assigned to his account. So he can see this text. When he does generate his referral link, we want to hide this. So we'll get to that shortly. What we want to do, let's head back to our design tab. Let's create a button to allow the user to generate their own referral code. So let's drag a button into our group. What I'm going to do, I am going to put these two elements in their own container, which is going to be a row container. Let's just make some styling changes here. If I go to my layout tab, let's not fit the width to the content. So I'll go to the very end, our button there. And let's just add some margin. Let's go 20 pixels to the right, just 20 pixels to the left, just in case as well. And we'll go 20 to the bottom. Actually, let's just go maybe 10 to the bottom here. And let's also decide to center this vertically there. So we do have our text here followed by our button. Here in our button, let's give it a label of generate code. And I'm going to add a workflow. Now this workflow is going to be nice and simple. We are going to make a change to the current user. The change, or the field that we are going to change, is going to be the referral code, and we are going to assign a unique string. Now there are a number of plugin options here just to ensure that it is something completely random. However, here I'm just going to use Bubble's native calculation formula ability, and we're just going to say calculate or generate random string. So here we can have a length of characters just to make sure that it is there's a very minimal chance that two users have the same random string of characters. We can choose a length of 12. We can use letters and numbers. We're not going to worry about special characters or capital letters because we want it to be unique in a URL. So we're just going to use letters and numbers in our random string. So here we can have we can make a button to say that we want our referral code to be this random string of 12 characters. We want that to take effect whenever that button is clicked. So let's go ahead and let's head back to our preview, and hopefully when we click this generate code button, a few things are going to happen. This text will disappear because our user's referral code data field is going to be empty. It's not going to be empty, rather. It's going to have a value in it. So this should be hidden. And then if we head into our database, we should see a code generated. So let's hit generate code. As we can see, the text has disappeared, which is great. We will replace it shortly, but just hold tight. And we will also head to our data tab, and we will see that Lee, now if we hit refresh here, Lee should have a referral code assigned to him, which he does. So that is fantastic. So in our app data, we can see that we have been generated a 12 string code here, which is unique to Lee. Now, whenever Lee shares this code with the world and they sign up, they will have this referred by code in that section there so that we can assign those users to Lee, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. So back to our design tab. What we're going to do, let's show our text because what we want to do, we do want to now replace this text that has been hidden with another bit of text, which is actually going to be our referral link. Now, when we display the text of our referral link, we're going to do something just slightly different. We're actually going to use an input form to display our text. Let's rename this input referral link. And we are doing this for a very specific reason. When we allow users to copy this referral link, we are going to use a plugin that actually has to reference a value. It can't exactly reference just text. It has to reference the value within an input field. So we do want to display our text within this input field, which we're called input referral link. Let's just remove the styling and just remove the border so that it does look just like normal text. And I'm going to make this also disabled because we don't want to allow our users to change this. I am also going to remove it to be a fixed width. And what we're going to want to display here is our referral link appended with the user's referral code when they generate it. So let's say for our initial content, we want to display the URL of our referral link, which in my instance is headphonedesign.com. In your instance, it'll be whatever your URL is. When we are testing our application, we're going to say version test, and then we're going to use our sign up link. Now, when we want to append our referral code, we want to do so in a way that is not going to affect the navigation of that link. We want to make sure that whenever someone clicks it and pastes it in their browser, they're going to go to the normal sign up page, but with the referral link added and tracked somehow. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly just mention that I'm just going to just paste that as a slash because that's what it should be. So to do that, we need to use a URL tracking identifier. Now, for tracking and for whenever we want to do something like this to a URL, all we have to do is write a question mark on the end of our URL, and that is going to say to a browser that we're not going to include this in our search. We're not going to use that in any way except for tracking. We're only going to store that as a tracking. Don't use any of this value in the actual navigation for this URL. So what we're going to do, we're going to then paste our identifier, which in our case is just going to be the letter R. You can write the word referral. It doesn't matter what you write here. We're going to reference it later on. It is just going to be there as an identifier. Going to put an equal sign, and then we are going to insert dynamic data. And that dynamic data is going to be the current user's referral code. So it might look a little bit strange. You might have the question mark, the R, the equals, and then the code. We are going to reference this later on, but this is just a URL's way of assigning a tracking code or something like this into a URL. It doesn't affect the navigation. It's just there for tracking purposes. So now that we have that set up, I'm just going to amend my conditions. I don't need to have any of these, those preset input conditions. I'm only going to set a similar condition to what we've set for our text. We only want to display this when the current user's referral code listing is not empty. So whenever there's a value in their referral code, we want to show this value. So let's go, this element is visible. Yes. Let's choose to collapse it when it's hidden, and we're not going to make it visible on the page load just so that we can have that condition. So let's go back in and let's see Lee's instance. And here we can see we have our referral link followed by our tracking code. I'm just going to quickly add some margin here. Let's go, what do we have here? We have 20 to the left. Let's do the same here. Let's go 20 to the left. We don't need to add any to the right. Might just hit refresh one more time. And we can see that we have our referral link with our unique referral code at the end of it. We do also want to now hide this generate code button because there's no need for it because we have our referral code. So let's copy this condition. I'm just going to head to my text. We're just going to copy this condition and let's paste it here. We're going to paste the condition. We're also going to hide it on page load and collapse it when it's hidden. So in our example of Lee, he has his referral code. We don't need to generate a new one, so we've just hidden that button. However, if it didn't exist, we're just going to quickly go back to our data tab. Let's remove Lee's referral code just so I can, let's just cut it for now because we're going to put it back. Let's just hit refresh. Well, we don't need to. We can see this is what Lee will see when he doesn't have his referral code. So we're going to put it back just so I wanted to demonstrate that experience there. So now what we are now going to build is a quick another button to allow our users to actually copy that link. We're going to allow users to copy their referral link. So I'm just going to press Control C and Control V to copy that button. Let's say this button is going to say copy link. Let's also make it a different color. Let's make this yellow. And this is going to be a reverse of this condition. That's going to say when it's not empty, we want it to be visible so that if the user does have a referral code, we want to see this link only when that's the case. So we're going to hide it when it's visible. And let's change this. Let's firstly add this workflow rather. We are going to say that whenever that button is clicked, we want to copy to clipboard this referral link value. Now to do that, we have to install a plugin. So I'm going to go to my plugin section here and I'm going to install a plugin. Let's go to the copy, let's type in the word copy. Let's choose this copy to clipboard plugin here. It's by Alderham. I trust it, it's good, got good reviews, it's used by a lot of apps. Let's go ahead and install it. Now, if I head back to this design tab and I go to add a workflow or edit this workflow for this button, if I just type in the word copy, it will allow me to copy something to my clipboard. And what am I copying? I'm copying our input referral links value. That is why we used a input field so that we could actually copy that value that was in that input field here, that initial content. So what we're going to do, let's just test this. Let's head back into Lee's account. We have our referral link. I'm going to copy it. If I then go ahead to just paste it here, we can see that that is the link. Let me just hit enter, and here we can see that we have our referral link and we're in the sign up page. That worked, no problem. So that's really good for us. Now what we're now going to do is we are going to now add a list of people that Lee has referred underneath this referral section. So to do that, let's head back to our bubble editor and I'm going to just add in another heading. Let's just say here underneath, just underneath this group rather. Let's add it here and then just rearrange our group so that it sits within this group. Let's say here, members you've referred. Let's make this bold and give it some spacing, 20 to the left and 20 to the right. And let's go 10 to the bottom and just go 10 to the top just in case as well. Now, similar to what we did with this text box here, we want to display something if the user has not referred any members just yet. So let's just simply say here, no members referred just yet. Let's also make this italic just to let the user know that you can change this. We're going to add 20 pixels of margin to the left, to the right, and to the bottom as normal. And we are only going to display this when we meet a certain condition. Now that condition is going to be when the list of members we've referred is empty. We could do that by saying we are going to do a search for users, and if it's empty or if there's no results, then we're going to show this. However, that's a bit of work in our database. Instead, we're going to refer to an on-page repeating group. So let's do that. Let's add in a repeating group here, which is going to display the list of members that Lee has referred. Let's call this repeating group referred members. Head to our appearance tab. The type of content here is going to be users, and the data source for this group, we are going to do a search for users where their referred by code is equal to the current user's referral code. So nice and simple there. We're going to display the information of users whose referred by code is going to be the referral code of Lee, for example, or of the person who sent them that link. We are going to add in that functionality for when the person signs up. We are going to use that referral link shortly, but let me just set this up for the time being. So we can say the referred by is the current user referral code. So let's just add some space, some formatting here. We're not going to set a fixed number of rows. Let's choose to remove our separators and our borders. Let's also head to our layout tab, not fit to the width of the content. Let's add 20 pixels of margin to the bottom, to the left, and to the right. And let's also not set a minimum height. So we have just our first group there. Now what we want to add here is a group that is going to be group member details. Let's not fit the width to the height of the content, and let's not set a minimum height either. And this group is going to be of type content user, and it is going to be the current sales user. So here we are going to display the name and email address of the sign up user that this person has referred. So let's go ahead and let's add that as some text elements. Let's add it in to our group. Let's simply here, let's say we are displaying the parent group's user's name. So we're simply displaying their name followed by a dash. Then let's add another text box let's set this group to be a row container layout so that our elements are side by side. Let's also just add another space here. And we are here saying that the parent group user's email address is what we're going to display just there. Let's also make this bold and let's sit this in the middle of our group. So our layout for this row is going to be in the middle. Actually, it's these groups. They're going to be in the middle of this group here. So we have a repeating group here of our referred members. Now, I will just, before I move forward and before we show this workflow, let's just add this condition because we want to hide this. We want this text only to show when this repeating group is empty. So when repeating groups, referred members, list of users, let's say when their count is 0, we want that text to show. So this element is visible, yes. Let's collapse it when hidden and let's not show it on the page load. We also want to do the same here. Let's only show this when, let's only show this repeating group when this repeating group's list of users count is greater than or equal to 1. We want this element to be visible, yes, and if not, we're going to collapse it when hidden and we're going to hide it on page load. So let's see what this looks like for Lee. Let's hit refresh. We can see here that we have members you've referred, no members referred just yet. When, let's say for example, the count is not 0, this element should not be visible because we have hidden it and it won't be visible on page load. So we're going to test this very shortly. Now let's get on to actually build the functionality to assign the signed up users to the referred user. So we're going to take the referral link and we are going to somehow assign that to a user who logs in when they have that identifier or that tracking code in their sign up URL. Now to do that, we are going to head to our sign up page. We are going to make a change to this button, which I've already set up. So when we have our users click that sign up button, we have this workflow here that signs the user up with the email and password. We then make a change to the user to assign whatever value is in the name field to their login. And then we have a navigation to go to the page index. So what we're going to do is we are going to add a step into this make a change to the current user action in our workflow. Now what we're going to do, we are going to choose to change another field, and the field that we are going to change is referred by. Here we are going to extract the unique code from the URL string. So if, for example, we have Lee's version, we are going to extract this code from the URL. So let's find out how we're going to do that. So referred by, what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down and we are going to find the operator of get data from page URL. It took me a second to find it, but we are saying here, get data from page URL. Now the type that we are taking, of course, is the parameter, because we have this parameter. The parameter name is R. As you recall, we did have, I mentioned that we can say referral or R or something like that. We just need to have our parameter or our identifier, as I called it, in this section here, so R. Now it should then have the equal sign next to it, like that. That is how it'll be read by Bubble. But we simply are just extracting the value, which is after R equals, into this section. So that is how we find that referred by code, and that is how we are making a change to the user to assign that referred code to their user record. So let's go ahead and let's actually test this. So I'm going to hit refresh here so that all of our workflows are in place. We're currently logged in as Lee. Let's copy this link, and I'm going to head, let's go back to this, my other browser. And here we have our sign up page. Now this URL doesn't have any referral code. So I'm going to paste my new referral link with this code here. So when I do that, we hit refresh and we can see that the link has been added. The code has been added to the end of the URL. If I then go ahead and sign up as a new user, that should be assigned. So let's create a new user. Let's create the user for Mr. Bus. Let's say mbus is the email address with a password. And if I hit sign up, hopefully we have a new record in our database where we have Mr. Bus, and he has Lee King's record assigned to him. A good way to test this is let's head back to Lee's login, and we can see here, members you've referred, Mr. Bus. That is assigned to Lee's record. If we head back to our data tab, we can see that Mr. Bus's referred by code is Lee's referral code. Now, of course, Mr. Bus can then go ahead and head to his settings, and he can create his own referral code, copy that, and then share it with his network. And then, as we know, he can then go and then create his own list of members he's referred. And we've created a referral program, which we can then, do things like now reward Lee or Mr. Bus, or we can provide benefits to people who are referring other members and growing our applications through our referral program. And just like that, you now have a working referral program within your Bubble app. As you can see, setting this up is straightforward with Bubble's no-code tools, making it easy to create and track referral links without writing a single line of code. Look, if you found this video useful and want to stay up to date with more Bubble tutorials and resources, I'd always recommend hitting that subscribe button on our channel. For now though, I just want to say a huge thank you for watching this specific video, and I wish you all the best on your own no-code journey.